think so far, the MPs who have declared in one way or the other have been decent.
Exactly.
But Afenyo
what's a case in point?
Hold on. What did she do wrong? And was how those who declare.
You know, the Godfather himself, Honorable Afenyo Markin, as I'm talking to you, Wakasa. Now, Wakasa sana na many IGP because sometimes he don't care say we MP, we NDC. All what he cares is that he's delivering what is in his head. They won't hit tribunal. And then I'll hear the idea. Obeka. Now the Godfather Akasa was in fact, those of you calling him said didn't know declare the stand. And I didn't know members now of parliament, which is the leaders, ain't mean Casa Omo MP Omo Baumia side, Ken side, and I say Duchum side. I say in fact, all this they are leaders because at the end of the day, after the election, they are the ones to take control. So they don't understand why they have to declare their stance because they are the ones going to do the major role. And aside that, he also mentioned of said the MPs, which is the 63 MPs. And no more introducing or more about me side. In fact, he's impressed of how they have conducted themselves because now the problem is that we do all no man or declare the stance we are any giant. A full year good and or ye no at their man opponent, or ye no at their man opponent. But how these people are conducting themselves, you know, in fact, it is great. You know, here is the BJ show. You do well to subscribe, you share the link, tell us about the BJ show, and the next thing is you do well to leave a comment. Godfather Kasari NHS or Kasa about the CJ, which is the acting CJ, and then the former CJ. And then easy, when you have a Canadian part. You know, you see someone about from your Markin de Tuja concerning the 63 MPs. I just medical almost time. Aside that, those of you calling him out on why, like on joining that Baumi and I said Ken Timuno. You see someone about from your Markin de Tuja.
I think so far, the MPs who have declared in one way or the other have been decent. Initially, my concern was how those who would declare openly will manage themselves. You recall that I came out openly to say that, look, let's be very neutral. And my good reason was that after the primaries, we, the leaders in parliament, would have to do some legwork, do what I call the midnight walking, get people together here and there. Therefore, there will be, to make yourself a credible referee who would be trusted by various factions, it's better for you to stay neutral at least, not openly declare. Some disagreed. We are in a democracy. And for those who disagreed, they have chosen to go about their views decently. For me, that is commendable. And I will continue to encourage those who are showing faces that, look, I belong to Mr. A, Mr. B. Sell the message of your candidate. For me, as a leader, I cannot. I cannot.
So you haven't taken a position?
No, I cannot publicly say I am going to campaign for this person.
So you haven't endorsed anybody?
I don't have to because of where I sit.
But you have a horse in the race?
I'm saying that I cannot
publicly. But privately?
Can we stay there? I cannot publicly.
But privately, you do have a horse in the race?
I have a role to play in the aftermath of the January 31st. All right? I played a major role in 2023. The dynamics haven't changed much. And where I sit, I see some work that will require a lot of energy after 31st January. So if I would have to play that role, show my hand openly, it will be difficult to be trusted when I am doing that, midnight walking. So at least I think it's appropriate for
and your deputies and other colleagues in leadership with you in Parliament, you expect them to also toe that line?
Well, I've made that point. Some have respectfully made their views known to me.
They did disagree with you?
And said that, leader, ordinarily I would be with you, but I would want to go this way, but I will be decent, which I've already said is good. Some have also said, leader, we think it's better to keep calm and go by this approach. So we're watching, but so far so good. But I do not think that has affected the way we work in Parliament, as a caucus.
It's not making your work more difficult. Because remember, you only have 87 people.
I don't see that happening.
But as the Godfather, Honorable Afenyo Markin, and some of the two Ghana, and I think say I'll back him on that, because as a leader, you can't openly tell us say Ebia Wahanum, because one, una would be any. Into what you know, some say because I Ebia all party and also war camp into no quiet David. So I do back him on that. Orion was say those of you calling him out to say, in fact, CJ, some of the allegations that they used against him here was because of Afenyo Markin back being case in the other. Also, in fact, this is untrue. This is unlogical. In fact, yes. And then those of you calling the former CJ Gertrude say she's NPP women organizer. Was if you people are doing the same and as saying same there, any say Bafu Bonnie or not so sad. Then tell someone about Afenyo Markin the two that.
What did she do?
That in cases that suited her,
Which
she
cases
quickly had it quickly.
specifically?
In fact, in one of the petitions against the CJ,
Yes.
they mentioned
Afenyo
one of
Markin.
the exactly.
But Afenyo Markin
was a case in point.
Hold on. What did she do wrong in the Afenyo Markin case? A constitutional matter of that urgent nature had been occasioned by a pronouncement by the speaker. Government business had been stalled, and you don't think that a constitutional court had a bona fide responsibility in that circumstance to consider and determine the matter? I'm surprised. Why those arguments? People trivialize everything. In any event, what was her interest in the Afenyo Markin case against the speaker? What was Tokonu's interest? The Chief Justice, what was her interest? Did she have any interest personal to her other than the Constitution?
The accusation is that she had an MPP interest.
Oh, come on.
That's the accusation.
Let's be fair. Let's be fair. So Bafu Boni also has an NDC interest. That is why he was in a hurry to empanel, to abridge time, to determine the injunction, get them dismissed, but the substantive matter, she will shut his eyes on it. I'm waiting on when my Lord Bafu Boni would empanel the court to look into the substantive matters, those by the Chief Justice herself and other civil society organizations, even the High Court.
You're saying
even the High Court one.
You're alleging that Bafu Boni is slowing down this particular case to advance his own personal interest
by his conduct. It's obvious.
That's the Godfather Akasa. Now, in some kind, I think say Emuda Honumuye concerning the MPs, concerning his stand, and then the allegations I just will make here towards the acting CJ. Here is the BJ show. Mr. Kai said, "Obe like video na ma me afi obi a comment me hu adwe." The next thing is share link in the farmer from myself, subscribe it, and also hit the idea in farmer.